Good freezing Monday morning, cyber golfers. Wanted to do my results show for you this morning. This is the results of this weekend's or last week's the AMEX. This is hosted in California. If you all had the opportunity to watch it, it took place on three separate golf courses there in California. The cool part about following the PGA Tour with this simulator golf tour is we play the same courses that the professionals play. We just play at different tee boxes. And when I say we, the tour that I'm currently enrolled in, I play at tee boxes that are a little more forward. They do have, and I mean the simulator golf tour does have the professional version of this, which you play from the black tees just like the professionals do. And I can only imagine what that's actually like. Nonetheless, I just want to share my results. I will say this in terms of like pre-staging what's ahead of you. I had my best showing in one particular tour, and I had what I considered my worst showing in the other tour. So I do want to start off with the worst, and then I want to kind of put that in perspective after I kind of finish this. So this is the AMEX, the web app tour. This is played from those traditional blue-white tees on a given golf course. They're further back, obviously, than the forward tour. But if you kind of look here at the bottom, these are the rounds one and two conditions. So the first round we played at the stadium course. The stadium course, if you followed or watched this over the weekend, this is the course that they played on Sunday. It's the one that has that infamous Alcatraz hole, par number 3. It's an island green. It's set inside of a stadium type setup where there are stands all around it, very similar to TPC Sawgrass. And it's very difficult. So that was the first round that we played. It's probably not as intimidating in the simulator golf world as it is in real life. So I think I pretty much tackled that, the way I wanted to tackle it. At least in one of the tours, I was able to land on the green successfully and hit par. On the other tour, I believe I hit it into the water twice, and that kind of elevated my score. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that round one was played at the stadium course. Round two was played at the Palmer's course. And these are the course conditions. So I usually kind of go through this as I'm playing the round. So if you do, follow me on YouTube and look at my simulator golf tour playlist, I have at least 2 rounds of this tour posted, and it happened to be the forward tour. But let's go ahead and take a look at the results. So in this tour, this is the worst showing that I've had, in any of these rounds. If you scroll all the way down, I actually ended up in 78th place. I ended up shooting a plus 40, and I did mention that I shot that plus 24, which was my highest score that I believe I shot in a round in a single round ever. Here's how I'll kind of just take what I can, look at the silver lining here, which is I did finish 78th, but there are people who are below that. They're 87th is the lowest that somebody scored that completed the rounds. Here's a lot of the ones that were disqualified, assuming that they have too high of a handicap to play in this tour, or they've reached those swing speeds that are 150 miles or greater with distances and ball flight that it just kind of eliminates you from this tour. But then if I go to the bottom, there are a lot that did not finish. So in retrospect, if I keep scrolling, there are a lot of participants in this particular event. So 78th out of all these players, I'm just going to take it as a victory, even given where I placed in the overall event. So let's go take a look at the scorecard real quick, and you'll see where it all kind of unfolded for me. Round one was not that bad. I did have a lot of bogeys, had some pars, had a birdie, but overall, if I were gauging myself in the real world, I shot an 88 on a PGA course in the simulator world. So it's not bad. It's under 100, so not bad. What got me was the second round, and it's this little 10, the 10th hole. I shot a 10. On the fourth hole, I shot a 10. And the thing about that is that really inflated my score. I rarely do I go double par on any holes. These were the exceptions there. So I did shoot, well over on those particular holes. And I think that's really what ultimately gave me, the most challenge. The Palmer course, it's not that it was difficult, but I will say this. When I played this particular tour, I did not follow my formula that I followed all along, which is a proper warm up, play at least 1 or 2 rounds of golf, then go into the simulator golf tour rounds. I didn't do that. I kind of was riding a high from my previous tour and thought, nah, I can just go into it. I can hit lights out like I did in the previous tour. And that was not the case. So I will not be making that mistake again. I will make sure that I actually warm up, play a round or two of golf before I enter the actual tournament, and hope to not ever be in this particular position again. So 79th place is what I finished. Again, it is what it is. That's the low. The high from this tournament, again, this is the conditions. We played the stadium course on day one. We played the Palmer course on day two. Here is the highlight of this weekend's event. If I scroll down, I don't have to scroll very far. I finished top 10 in this tour. I finished in 8th place and I shot a +6. That was the best rounds of golf that I've ever played in the simulator golf tour. I did fortunately capture these, and these are the 2 rounds that I've posted in my simulator golf tour playlist. So if you go back and you look at the AMEX forward round 1 and round 2, this is basically that captured in video and what have you. So very, very excited about that finish. I feel like I just played that one the best I could possibly play it. But I followed my recipe for success, which is I went ahead and played a round of golf. I think I posted a SkyTrack playthrough course before I even did this. And I was really warmed up and ready to go. So let's take a look at the scorecard just so you can see the type of day that I actually had. You guys see the first round is nothing but birdies, very few pars, very few bogeys, and lots of pars. That's the reason I did so well. So ended up shooting, if they calculate in like the handicap of the course, just ended up shooting +2 on that day. And then if you go to round 2, again, lights out for the most part, just had a few bogeys, a lot of pars, didn't have any birdies in this round, but did not have a lot of bogeys. So that ended up shooting me a +4. That gave me the +6. And that's what really gave me that 8th place finish that you guys see right here in front of you. So very, very happy with that round. So it was fun. I really enjoyed watching the professionals play this. I like to see, and this might sound really kind of horrible, but I like to see that even those guys land in the water at the Alcatraz hole. They hit it offline. They land in the lakes that some of these players are landing in. So it just goes to show you that they're human. And in fact, on Sunday, Scotty Scheffler on the 17th hole, he pretty much was leading. He was going to win this outright. But on that 17th hole, he dropped it in the water at Alcatraz, ended up shooting, I think, a double bogey. And that just goes to show you the best player in the world, even the best player in the world, has a shot or two that they can't wrangle in. Nonetheless, he's Scotty Scheffler. He won. He's my favorite. I really enjoy watching him. So enough of that. Another person that I really enjoyed watching this tournament was that young 18-year-old. His name is Blades Brown. That kid is amazing, and he just missed potentially playing in this weekend's PGA event by 1 stroke. I think he ended up actually bogeying or double bogeying the last hole. But if he had shot a birdie on that, he would actually be playing this coming weekend at the PGA event there in San Diego. So that's a kid that I'm going to watch. He just seems like he has it, and he looks like a really exciting player. 18 years old. I mean, that's pretty amazing. And he played in the final pairing with alongside Scotty Scheffler. I can only imagine, what that young gentleman's, feeling, what his takeaway is from playing with the best player in the world on a Sunday on a course like that. So enough of that. Let's go ahead and go into what's up and what's going to be available for me this week. So the PGA this week is playing the Farmers Insurance Open. This is basically Torrey Pines. This is the one course I can tell you all that I played in real life alongside with one of my buddies, Ray AI. So he's the guy that did my logo for me. We happened to be in San Diego attending a technical conference. The stars aligned, and we were actually able to play this golf course. We ended up playing the North Course. I have pictures from that event. I have our scorecards. So I'm really going to look at this one from a different perspective because I walked the fairways that these players are going to walk this coming weekend. The cool news is I get to play this again virtually. So if I go back and we go back to the actual what's up next, we'll go to tours and I'll go to the web tour and you will see that the farmers insurance is next on our agenda. We're going to play the this course. Let me just see what the conditions are if we're playing north or south. And it looks like we're going to play the north course. Oh, south course one day, north course the other day. So I get to actually play the course that I played sometime back in real life over the summer. So just wanted to share my results with you. The yin and the yang, the pros and the cons of playing simulator golf. I had one horrible tournament and I had one exceptional tournament. And that's what really is the draw for this whole type of experience that I'm going through in this journey that I'm taking this year. I really hope you guys enjoy watching and following along. I know it's a lot, and I do appreciate if you do watch my rounds, if you do kind of comment. It's just kind of cool to have have a following like you guys to kind of watch me go through this journey. At the end of the day, I still have a 9 to 5 job. I still have a family, but this is a really cool outlet and a really cool way to experience golf that I never thought was possible. So you guys, especially down here in Texas or wherever you are, please stay safe, stay warm. I hope you guys fare well through these last couple of days of this Arctic blast. And I look forward to seeing you guys later this week as I play through this Farmers Insurance, I'm sorry, tour coming up later this week. Thank you all. You guys have a great day. We'll talk to you again soon.